Create a space in your life that you intend to be occupied by your dreams, not by continuing to be occupied by the garbage from your past. You have to empty that space. If it refuses to go, then you have to eliminate that space altogether and create a new one. Does it not stand to reason in saying to use your common sense, man? Let's say you have a room in your house that's stacked to the top, covered, full, just cluttered with everything from top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Obviously, you can't get anything else in that room, right? So what is the only option you have? To start clearing out that space to make room for something that's coming in so it can occupy that space. That's exactly what you have to do when you are in the manifestation process. You have to create a space that is reserved only for that which you have been deemed by your own spirit and has been declared to be your desires and your dreams, that will occupy that space called your new life. But if you have the old stuff still occupying that brand new space, you're going to continue to see the same old things occurring and you're going to experience them. So why would you want to sabotage yourself like that? It doesn't make sense. You don't need all of the nonsense that they tell you, that it's the law of attraction or manifestation or it's the subconscious mind. That's nonsense. Manifestation happens with the universe. It's energy. I just used the word manifestation, but I don't really know another word, another earth word to give you. It's a process that you have the ability to initiate and activate. Just use manifestation because that's just a word that kind of falls in line with what I'm trying to convey here. But these are earth words, I try to tell you. This stuff is just made up here, but not this process, though. This is a part of who and what you are as a powerful, supernatural, esoteric alchemist, capable of manifesting greatness and miracles anytime, anywhere. The people that are looking to make millions of dollars off of you because you're just, you're unaware of it, they're going to tell you, well, the law of attraction, and they're going to tell you the subconscious mind is where all your power lies. That's a bunch of garbage. Then they tell you the subconscious mind can't differentiate between what's right and what's wrong. Doesn't that sound like an ignorant little child? But this is the core of your manifestation for the law of attraction. I mean, I sincerely hope that you folks are catching on to this bag of lies that they want you to buy into. You don't need any of that stuff. You notice on my channel, I don't ever ask you for anything. I just give you information in hopes that it can benefit your life in some manner. Because I'm not pushing anything on this channel. All you have to do is make a realization that you're not a physical being. You just have to operate in that new dynamic, in that new realm, in that new atmosphere. That I'm not physical. I'm not what they told me that I was and what I think I am. I'm far beyond that. And when you can honestly come to terms with that in your own way, of course, then you take a next step out of that box, that hole that they dug you in and bury you in constantly. And that you keep yourself there willingly because it's your comfort zone. And once you get over the fear of leaving that place and you want to explore something different inside yourself for the first time, inside of a cosmic being that you've never even met before because you've been just going through the motions and paying your bills and making money and hanging out on the weekend and, all that stuff, the average, ordinary, common, everyday stuff that, feels good, looks good, sounds good, but it's fleeting. There's no qualitative value to it, and it's not substantial. It's just more of the same useless experiences that are just going to garner a whole lot of nothing for you in your life. How many barbecues do you attend? How many ball games do you go to? How many parties do you go to? Parties, bars, clubs, how much do you think you can do that? And what are you getting from it? It's the same stuff. How many picnics do you go to? Outings, gatherings, family events, going to the pool, whatever it is. It's cool for the moment, but it's not really offering you much as far as a substantial, progressive forward motion in the evolutionary journey of your life, developmentally speaking, because you're not ascending. You're just staying in the same spot. So what I'm referring to is you getting in conscious contact with someone that you don't even realize that you are. You can manifest greatness and miracles anytime, anywhere. They never told you this stuff because, again, I've said it a million times, it's not in their favor to inform you of who and what you really are. That's why you see people are absolutely clueless. They don't tell you what you are. You're an alien. You were brought here. Yeah, you were physically born here, but the lineage of the human species was brought here. Where do you think human beings came from? Do you think they just popped up on planet Earth? It takes two human beings to make one. Where did the first one come from? Source, source. And then human beings were brought here, like everything else was brought here. Look at the difference between a giraffe and a spider. Do you think they came from the same place? Or do you believe that they came from different planets and they were brought here? Just like anything else. You're no different. You were brought from wherever your original source home energy planet is, whether you want to recognize it or not. That's why your soul knows that this place isn't your home. But the mind is like, this is all we know. This is our home. This is all we have. This is all we've ever, have attached ourselves to. This is all we're comfortable with. This is familiar. This is normal. This is safe. This is life. This is the only reality there is. And that's your programming mechanism talking. That's all that is. You need to just erase that stuff and eradicate the computer. Just throw it out, man. It's not going to do you any good. When you get to that point where you start realizing you're cosmic and you're not physical, that's when it's a game changer. Absolutely. It's an absolute game changer. At least for me it was. It happened for me years ago. It's not an epiphany. It's a series of events that leads up to something remarkable. That you can't deny. Because the universe will take you there at some point if you have the courage and the bravery and the intestinal fortitude to initiate this journey out of your comfort zone, out of the third dimensional barrier, out of the matrix. It's a wonderful ride. It's beautiful. It's a fantastic voyage, no doubt. You will become a cosmic Argonaut faster than you can blink your eyes, man. I'm telling you. But once you shed those old facets of your programmed former self, and you realize that you're cosmic and you can manifest anything. That's why I say I only use the word manifest because I don't know any other earth word. But it has nothing to do with the law of attraction or the subconscious mind. Absolutely nothing. It's just energy manipulation. You can use energy to manipulate it into any form you assume. Like in other words, you can make it into anything you want, like a flaccid lump of clay. You can shape, mold, and contour and sculpt these energies into any form you desire, not just physical objects, but it goes far beyond that. And if you decide that you want to be a healer, you can do energy work. They call it Reiki. That's just a made-up name, but it's energy work. And besides, you don't need a plaque or a diploma or certificate from some online company that for something that God gave you naturally. By the way, all of this, I could be a Reiki master in 10 years. No, it's a bunch of garbage. There's just a lot of money to be made there. That's why they pitch that to you and you buy into it and you believe, well, I got my certificate from the, online course of such and such. So I'm a Reiki master. And they get all proud and everything, not realizing that God gave you these talents from the inception of your soul. You don't need a plaque or a diploma or a certificate. It's nonsense. Everything they tell you in their system is just a made up bunch of nonsense. You already have these tools. You're not aware of it. So therefore they are in their dormancy. They have not been activated. You have not initiated the sequence to open up that portal to access these things because you have been oblivious to the fact that you have been carrying them your entire eternal life. You have this celestial treasure chest that you carry and you are completely oblivious to its existence. So how in God's name can you use something if you're not even aware you have it? You don't even realize it. But once you do, because of these videos, that's when you start tapping into that unlimited transformative potential energy. And that's what they're afraid of because they want everybody fast asleep. They don't want you wide awake. It doesn't serve their purposes because when you're wide awake, you're cognizant, you're sentient, you're lucid. You're very aware of everything that goes on, especially all of the behind the scenes stuff that they pull, especially during election years when it's like, hey, look over here, politician versus politician. Don't look behind the scenes where all the actual stuff's going on, folks. You guys fall for it every year. Every 4 years, it's the same thing. It's always bait and switch, and you guys never catch on. But hopefully, when their system collapses, and it's going to collapse, that this is the catalyst for your awakening, and not the catalyst of your demise. So, manifesting is what you want it to be. Whatever you feel that process is comprised of, that's exactly what it is for you. That's why I don't tell anybody you have to. You're not going to see me do like numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It's not going to happen. Not on my channel. I just make suggestions, and I just give you a little bit of an insight in the hopes that that evokes something and like awakens something in you, like your senses become alive again that have been dormant, and realize you're carrying something cosmic and celestial and unlimited. You just have to know how to approach it. Absolutely. Because don't forget, the energy that you are comprised of and that you have at your disposal can be used for creative purposes or destructive purposes. It all depends on the approach. When you approach it, what type of energy are you assigning to it? Meaning your perceptive lens and your unconscious energies. What are you saturating that with? That's what's going to be the bounce back. So I'll give you an example before I end the video. Energy in its purest state is neutral. It has not been assigned an energy signature like positive, negative, creative, destructive. It's just neutral. It has no energy signature, no intrinsic value. It's just pure amorphous consciousness. It's like a flaccid lump of clay. That's what amorphous means. It means formless, shapeless, lacking form. That's disembodied vision. That is the very embodiment of consciousness. You're the everything of everything. You have no form. You're everything. So what happens is when the individual, you, with your specific intrinsic vibrational signature of your soul, which is the frequency of your life force, when you attach yourself to this energy, it becomes an extension of you. And now it is assigned the energy signature that you carry, whatever that is. So if you're toxic and dysfunctional, low vibrational and negative, that's what the neutral energy will become, because it becomes an extension of your energy. So if you're the type of a person that's self-destructive, you now have an unlimited capacity to destroy yourself and everything around you. But if you are a functional person that's productive and high vibrational, then of course it will be used in such a manner that is, directly in correlation to how you act as a person. It'll be indicative of exactly who you are. So it'll be not a reflection, because the universe doesn't operate with reflections. It operates with echoes. People have been told so many lies. The universe is a reflection of you. That's garbage. If you don't believe me, listen, man. Let's just dispel this lie about reflections in the universe. Wear a t-shirt that has lettering on it and stand in front of your mirror and see if you could read it the right way. It's going to be in reverse. The universe doesn't operate with reversing anything. It's echoes. I've said it before in a previous video. Think of it as an allegory cave, right? You're in a cave, you scream, the cave screams back. You're in the cave, you talk, the cave talks back. You're in a cave, you whisper, the cave whispers back. When you're in a cave and you don't say anything at all, the cave is silent. That's exactly how the universe works. What you put out is what you get back. So what you're putting into these things is what you're going to receive. That's how you perceive it. So just be cautious when you address these energies, because you have to come correct with a respectful state of being. But if you come disrespectful, using, having the intention to use this for destructive purposes, that comes at a price of consequence, ramifications and repercussions for your actions. That's karmic debt that accrues in the ethers of dark matter. And there's a price to be paid for that. Because even though you think you might be alone and there's no cameras or witnesses, the eyes of God are watching you all the time. And the only person judging you is you. But you'll find that out when you pass. But anyway, you have to just create your own system and allow that to be comfortable to you with whatever that means to you and how you relate to it and how it allows you to relate to what you call the universe and yourself and everything around you. So peace be with you. Good luck with everything. And just, know that you have an unlimited potential that you haven't even tapped into, let alone realize. Absolutely.